change is propelled by a desire, by one realizing that where I'm at right now, I might not want to be. You know, I've been HIV positive, it'll be 30 years in October. And so I was raised by the HIV gurus. I was born and raised in a very small town in Indiana called East Chicago, Indiana, and ended up working at a national agency in DC. One thing that I realized, you know, coming from the Midwest, one would have given up if they hadn't had a praying grandmother and if they hadn't had a praying mother. My mom has always been one of those mothers that has protected her children. But I always knew that, like, I didn't necessarily know that it was a word called gay, but I knew that I had an attraction toward boys. You know, I grew up in the Church of God in Christ, and so, like, my mom, through therapy, I learned that she might not have the capacity to love a daughter. I look like this now, but I go home as my mother's son. You know, all of the things that can be taken off and all of the things that can be put away or put more conservatively, I do that. I was raised in the church, and so I always loved God. You know, although, you know, God didn't like homosexuality and God was going to send you to hell and all of these things, I found peace with a God that was loving, understanding, and kind. When I tested positive, there weren't all of those wraparounds. My mentors were those that were in the HIV work, and so I was forced to do this work. You're not gonna give up. You're going to survive. You know, each time I came out of prison, each time I came back from getting high, they wrapped their arms around me, and that was the village. You know, because a lot of my adulthood was prison. You know, I got involved in sex work really, really early, you know, moving to Indianapolis. What we become familiar with is pain. Most people say, oh, you're brilliant, you're this individual. I don't look like what I've been through. And if I were to define success, it would encapsulate being resilient to be here. And not just to be here, but how to stay here, because all of us can get here. But can you stay here? One of the bigger mistakes is that people want to define how I can succeed. Mine ain't evidence-based, mine is experience-based. I don't know what here is, but whatever here is today I'm okay. You know, today I didn't get high, today I didn't think about killing myself. Today I didn't wake up homeless. Today I had the option if I could have food. The here for me has been an expansive journey. You know, it's that thing, I think I can, that train, the choo-choo train. Well, I'm that choo-choo train, and I knew that I could. I just needed someone to show me how. My success is what I define success, not what your norm is for success. Don't define masculinity or femininity by the norms. Let it be what you're comfortable with. And I tell you, your journey would be a lot more happier if you do. 30 years ago, HIV was a death sentence. Today, being HIV positive, you can be so much more successful. Now we're grateful because we have tons of those wraparounds.